The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Trader Cobb Crypto Show. Today, or tonight, I am very, very happy and pleased to have a man who has come from a wonderful background, who's creating some amazing things within our crypto and digital asset space. I'm going to look down because the name is a bit of a mouthful. I know I've got Mike, and it is Sayfullin, who is the founder or one of the founders of Enecuum and also ENEX. Thank you so much for your time today.
Hello, Craig. It's a pleasure for me to be here.
Mate, look, it's been a little while since I've done one of these proper interviews, and I'm really interested in the projects because there's two of them, obviously. We're going to focus mostly on the ENEX side of things. But I do want to ask you first and foremost, like I always do, what's your background, mate? Like, what were you doing before you came into crypto? Tell us a bit about your story.
Okay, no problem. So actually, I come to the crypto back in 2017, and we have a lot of different ideas. And I was focused on the layer one blockchain protocol. So we develop the Enecuum network from scratch. We're actually happy that we finally create this super strong team. So I call all of my team members commandos, because we are super hard workers. We have team of genius engineers, and we have really strong academical researcher team. And before of that, 2014, I was jumped to the IT business. And before of that, back in 2000, I think it was 2003. So almost 20 years ago, I started as an entrepreneur, and I opened my first business. And I always was a businessman. So I always was a founder. So and it was a event marketing business, and I have the offices in the biggest cities in Russia. So it was 50 plus team members. We worked with different international team, like we was making the grand opening ceremony, the marketing campaign for big brands and so on. And back in 2014, I was opened the biggest event marketplace. It's like a Uber for artists, and with database of 30,000 different artists all over the Russia, CIS, Kazakhstan, Ukraine, Belarus. And it was not successful, and I was closed in 2017. So I know what is the feeling of the bad experience, let me say, and it is very important for all businessmen. So in IT, I'm from 2014, and so almost 7 years already in IT and crypto.
I like the honesty to the failures, because any entrepreneur, which you are, I am, we've all had them. And to be honest, I mean, as a trader, for one, it's when you don't do great that your biggest lessons come. If you're open-minded enough and you have the right people around you and the right, records of things, you actually gain a lot more from your failures. I mean, look, I don't want to have any more. Let me be straight. I don't want to fail anymore. Neither do you.
Happy you.
But the failure, it's such an important part. I mean, you look at Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and everyone's talking about their success, showing their watches, look at me on a private jet, all this sort of stuff. But the reality is that being an entrepreneur, it's a massive sacrifice. Often it's a thankless task, because you've got to pay your staff, you've got to stick to your ideals, your beliefs, your ideologies, and it's hard. It's very, very hard to go through a failure, which I have to. We've both been through that. To bounce back and go hard, I think that just speaks volumes to your character, and I appreciate that. Now, when we come into Enecuum, for example, which is ENQ, for anybody who's wondering how to find that, ENQ, Q for the Queen, N for Nelly, and E for eggplant. ENQ. What's the purpose? You've got a couple of things going on, Mike. Why did you create this as a layer one? What was the motivation here?
Really good question. So the idea was quite simple. We was trying to open door for millions of the people to become as a part of the blockchain. So it's sounds easily, but it's hard to create. And what we did, we used some academical researchers paper, which was created by a few people back in 2015. One of them was Charlie Lee from Litecoin. One of them was Alex Mizrahi. Right now he works in Chromia. So they create the proof of activity concept. And we find it really interesting, and we create the code which open door for people with Android phone. They can download the application and became as a master node to the blockchain and get a reward for that. So people have to be online, and they make the small proof and get rewarded. So it's really interesting concept, and we have as well the three type of nodes. It's a POW, POS, and POA. POS, it's classical proof of stake with validators and delegators. We have POW, which is actually decentralized time server, and we have POA, which is actually mobile devices. So we create the blockchain based on three type of nodes, and we create the algorithm called Trinity, which actually consists 11 sub protocols. And it's a quite a lot of math stay behind of the protocol, but in general idea was open door for millions of the people. So, and we did it.
I mean, look, I've also got to disclose, I forgot to do this at the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a holder of Enecuum. Okay, I am an investor in Enecuum. I'm also an investor in ENEX, which we're going to cover in just a moment. I always disclose if I'm speaking to somebody that I'm invested in, you need to know that for me to be completely transparent. I forgot to say that at the beginning. I am involved in both projects. We'll cover both. Now, when it comes to the layer one, I mean, you've got some clout in the people that have gone through and read the code and been a part of this. Your market cap is so low. It is so incredibly low. Your token supply circulating is low. You're a little bit you're about just shy of halfway of total circulation. There's potential there, right? Like, why are you going to pull this off? Everyone wants to write on their code on all these different, obviously Ethereum is the number one. How are you going to get Enecuum to attract that new business, but not just new business, legit business? Anyone could write some crappy, cryptocurrency and go and flog it and be a waste of time. That's not good for your brand. How are you going to go about launching these projects? Your market cap's so ridiculously low. If you can get anywhere near what you want to do, it's going to go bananas. How are you going to do that?
So you didn't believe me, maybe, but our market cap in November last year was less than 1 million USDT.
It's over 30 million now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So because of the crypto winter, because of some problems which was we try to cover. So it was not easy. The last year was really hard for a project. But we was covered. We make the almost 100x because we was the cheapest price was less than half cent, and a couple of weeks ago the price was 42 cents. So in 3 months we did the 100x, and we didn't push the market with like payment articles or something like that. So I think the Enecuum is still under valuated. So it's my prediction, it's minimum the price have to be $1 per Enecuum, and it's mean the market cap until end of this year have to be around 200 mil. So I think for those kind of project, from technical perspective, from possibility which provide to the users and to the apps, it's absolutely reasonable price to the market. And my goal is reach 15, 20 USDT next year, or maybe in 2 years.
That's a big goal. I like.
Yeah, it's a big goal.
With big goals.
Yeah, it's a big goal, but I think it's possible because we are, as I told you before, we are commanders. So we will work hard
Well, if
to
you're a
achieve it.
legit entrepreneur, you just don't let things fail until the last day. You wring out every
Exactly.
single last dollar in your account. You lose everything if you have to. That's the way it works. So that's Enecuum. That's the platform that's the layer one that ENEX is being built on, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So when it comes to ENEX, right? ENEX. Again, I am a holder of this token. It's going through a raise at the moment, right?
Yeah, we actually closed the private round, and tomorrow the last day for public IDO. And I think that anyone who would like to join it will get a small chance to get a lottery ticket. As far as I know, it's oversubscribed already for both of the IDO platform. It's Zidu and Samurai, but if you like it, you can try it. We closed the private round, and we have 17 funds all over the world on board. So the fund from everywhere are bakers, and we closed it in 2 weeks. So it was quite successful private round. And before of that, we was make the community round for Enecuum holders, and we was oversubscribed 4 times, and we closed the community round in 20 minutes. So it's
wow.
Yes. So this week or maybe next week, we will launch the MVP of ENEX Space. So ENEX Space, it's a domain name where you can find everything about ENEX.
ENEX.space or just ENEX space?
Yeah, ENEX.space. Yeah, ENEX.space.
ENEX.space.
Yeah, NX, it's like Enecuum exchange, ENEX.
So it's the exchange portion of the layer one.
Yeah. It's a DeFi protocol. It's a DeFi platform with IMM DEX, with liquidity pools, with harvest farm, with drop station, space farm. We are planning to implement their IDO platform, NFT marketplace. So that's all. Yeah, and we are quite big team, and more people join our team and join ENEX Space. And the very important part, and why actually we start develop it, and why we decide that it can be very interesting and promisable project to the market, because of didn't find right now that's really the centralized exchange and make a trades less than 100 USDT. So it's absolutely no possible make on Ethereum and Ethereum based index. Yeah, it's not possible. Like you have to pay gas fee for trades on 100 USDT, at least 120 USDT. So it's ridiculous. You can trade on Binance Smart Chain, and it's quite popular right now, but everyone know that 21 of POS validator nodes which support the network belongs to the Binance guys. So it's it's not a decentralized. It's cheap. It's quite fast, but in general, it's completely centralized solution by the Binance guys.
Yeah.
And we did a really decentralized layer one protocol, and we can cover up to 2 million transactions per day, which is quite enough for run and launch DEX with super cheap commission. So commission for traders will be for one transaction around 1 cent, and 1-2 cents for each transaction.
That's irrespective of size, or
it's actually the 0.1 of Enecuum. We have. So listen,
subsidized. If you hold Enecuum, you get subsidized on your trading fees on ENEX.
Yeah, you can pay the commission fee in Enecuum, and we actually have the very cool features with the transaction commission fee on Enecuum. So when you issue the token, you can decide in which asset your users have to pay commission. So, for example, you decide to create the Cobb token, and you issue 1 million Cobb token, CC token. Okay. So you issue the 1 million CC token, and you decide that users have to pay commission of each transaction in 1 CC token. Then you make distribution of all tokens. So you distribute airdrop to all your subscribers. So everyone have like 20, 30, I don't know, 1,000 CC tokens. So, and people start to send to each other or pay for something. And for each transaction, they will pay 1 CC token, which go directly to wallet of issuer. It's mean to you. And you will pay to network, to miners, 0.1 Enecuum commission. So if Enecuum commission will cost 1 cent, and for example, 1 CC token will cost
like
1 USD, yeah, it's a money machine. So from each transaction, you will get 1 USD and pay 1 cent to the network. And
ladies and gentlemen, you've now heard the next ICO, which is the CC token. I'm just joking.
Yes.
So
on top of Enecuum, of course.
Exactly. One of my, I guess, questions to somebody in your caliber, Mike. You're a successful entrepreneur. You've been in other industries, and this is a very curious one for me in particular. Why down this vein? I mean, we know blockchain, digital assets, cryptocurrency. We know there's an enormous amount of different avenues that we can go down. You've been in the travel, or sorry, the bookings and whatnot. What made you come down this avenue? Why did you go this way as opposed to the area that you had already sort of got your experience in, more or less?
You mean in general, why I'm in crypto?
No, why? I mean, within the crypto sphere, why are you going down this path when there's, literally 150,000 other, avenues that you can use blockchain in? What's the driving force between going down this route rather than any others?
I think, okay, got it. So I think that DeFi, it will be the general vector for all crypto industry for next, like, at least 10 years. Because when last crypto winter was come, and, back in 2017, everyone, like crazy guys and crazy entrepreneurs and just scammers all over the world, just try to implement blockchain in different business flow process. So like they just like
put the word in it.
We have a hotel, and right now we need a token and blockchain, and we will get a profit like millions. And for doing that, we need to make ICO and raise like 20 mil. And a lot of this interest situation was really done. But in general, when crypto winter was come, the only DeFi was working. And right now, anyone understand that DeFi trades, invest, crypto loans, and so on, insurance. And I think this is the only the major vector for crypto industry for next 5-10 years. And this is why we actually decide to focus on DeFi platform.
All right, fair enough. So, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it comes down to, well, you're going to talk to me about this because I'm an investor in both ENEX and Enecuum. So for the benefit of me and, of course, the audience, why should somebody, if they're looking at, a lot of the people that listen to this show that are involved in what I do, we trade on a certain platform, we bank our profits in USD. We've got, and we know how to read market trends. So if something goes, parabolic, we're not sort of crew that sits there and goes, oh, we'll keep going further. We scale out. We take our profits. We're smart. We run a business through our trading accounts, right? And that's what I teach. So for somebody like me and for many of my audience that do have money, that they are looking for a solid home, and that home is, let's just forget all the ideals of a utopian world and everyone plays the bloody jazz flute and we all skip down the road and sip on papaya milkshakes. Let's think about the reality. And the reality is that we want to make money. We want to see a return on our investments, right? So why would somebody like me and anybody else take our hard-earned trading profits or capital and put it into either ENQ or what I'm excited about right now is ENEX? Why would we do that?
So it's a super simple. So just look at our trading graphic on KuCoin for Enecuum, and you will see the valuation. So if you would like to get the profit from trades, come on, you can make it easily, because you can see the like a daily valuation, like volatility, like +7, +10, +15%. So for people who trade, they have to love it. It's easily. So secondly, I think we will reach $1 until end of this year for you.
That's on ENQ.
It's on Enecuum. So it's can be like a long-term investment. So if you are looking for the simple profit, you can go and trade on KuCoin right now. If you can see, if you are looking for long-term investment, you try to find some project who have potential to grow, so you can invest. For ENEX, we actually create the super utility functionality for ENEX token. Do you know that Uni, this is the token of Uniswap, the Uni token have no utility at all? No, they have no utility. Okay. So you don't need Uni to make anything on Uniswap. Yeah. So the PancakeSwap have some utility. You can stake it. You can make IDO using the Pancake. And most interesting thing, it's a sushi swap. So you can stake sushi and get a profit from commission from the all trades. But because of it based on Ethereum, it's super complicated and very cost non-effective, and it doesn't make sense. And for ENEX, we create a few very simple ideas. And for example, 0.05% from each trade will go to the treasury fund, and it will be next. It will be two different ways. If the user will create the liquidity pool second layer with those LP token first layer to ENEX, 0.05% from each trade will go to ENEX stakers. If not, 0.05% will be burned. That means the liquidity on those liquidity pool will stay forever there, because it will be no people with liquidity pool token to cash out this liquidity. So, and it's a lot of different cool features, and it's a lot of arbitrage opportunity for the traders, which will be on ENEX space, and it will be the highest reward for liquidity providers, 0.3%, the same like Uniswap. So it's a lot of utility. We are trying to implement the best practice from existing AMM DEX and platform.
Now, one of the two questions left as we do run out of time. There's a lot of bad blood out there in the mines, basically from 2018-19 about Russian projects. Now, I know that you are Russian.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it, to be honest, to be perfectly straight. I think it comes down to the individual to make their decisions and do their research on the project. But I do need to bring this up. If for no other reason, just that we did bring it up. So, I mean, for those that are out there sitting here or sitting there listening and going, this all sounds great, but the guy is clearly Russian. How do we overcome that vibe of that Russian rhetoric?
So, actually, it's only one simple answer. It's a credibility. So we raise for Enecuum, as I told you before, we was in November, less than 1 mil market cap. Right now we're 30 mil. But back in 2018, we was raised 1.5 mil, and it was crashed double because of the Ethereum was dropped twice in months. So we cash out less than 1 mil, and we built the project with a less than 1 mil funds for 3 years. So I think this is the best.
Wow.
I think it's it have to cover all a question like that first, and secondly, the 1 inch exchange, Near protocol.
Near.
Yeah, it's all of them. It's Russian founders there. So core team of Solana. The Cardano was developed by Russian guys.
No, I did not.
Cardano. Yeah, did not. Now you know. You know that same team was developed Cardano right now. Maybe not now, but was developed Tezos core. So, yeah.
There's no doubt that there's great developers out there. It's just that perception that there's an anti-Russian rhetoric in more ways than just crypto.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure we covered that, because look, at the end of the day,
no problem. So
every person needs to make their own call.
Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus have super strong developers, math, cryptographers. So still have, and so we have really strong team. Myself, I have experience more than 20 years in entrepreneurs. As I told you before, I was successful project. I have non-successful project. So, and what we can do? Like I didn't like the situation. Was I will tell you one small story. Then when I was in Hong Kong and bank, I was trying to open the bank account for entity which was opened in Hong Kong, and I have the special application form for founders of the entity from 5 countries, and it was North Korea, Venezuela, Iraq, Libya, as I remember, and Russia. So, and I was like not happy to get this application form for Russian founders of entities. So what we can do? We can do nothing right now. And this is not we can talk about it with you, man, but not in the life, like with a beer. Yeah. Or whiskey.
Well, look, at the end of the day, the guy's legit. I mean, I'm in there. I've been wrong before, I'll be wrong again. It's up to you to make your own decisions on what you invest in. Do the research. You know where to find it. We'll touch on where to find it in just a moment. It's been an absolute pleasure spending time having a chat. I am in a very fortunate position. I invested in both Enecuum and ENEX, ENEX, prior to having this interview. So for me, it's very lovely to be able to sit down and talk to, Mike here, Mike Sayfullin, I think I've said that right, who's the founder of one of the founders of Enecuum, ENQ, ENEX, ENEX, and just sort of shoot the shit, ask you the questions that I want to know. I did my research. I was comfortable, but it's up to the listeners to work out if they're comfortable. Now, the last question I've got for you, Mike, is where can people find out more information about both projects? And you're saying that it sounds like the ENEX pre-sale might be oversubscribed or complete, or if it is, by the time they get this, where do they go?
Yeah. So ENEX.space, all information will be there. You can subscribe. Yeah, you can subscribe on our Telegram or Medium, Reddit, and get the latest news. So the private round is closed. Tomorrow we will close the public round, and we will start trade on Uniswap tomorrow. And I will tell you exactly time. Wait a second.
That'll be right. Whilst I jump on an aeroplane to go and look at development sites, you're listing the token. Tomorrow, okay. I've got a lock for a while anyway. I'm cool.
Yeah, tomorrow we will list on Uniswap. It's I think it will be 2 p.m. UTC. So we will start. And if you would like to buy some tokens on Uniswap, please subscribe on our official Telegram channel, and we will announce the smart contract address only there, because
that's important.
It's super important because yesterday we find the fake Telegram account of ENEX with 30,000 subscribers. 30.
Yeah, they're paid
30,000.
for. That's how they fake it though, brother. Don't worry about that. They haven't taken your money. Don't worry. I suggest that's the way that they do it. But Mike, look, anyone that wants to find out ENEX, ENEX.space,
Yes.
go and find the Telegram. That's where you're going to get the contract address. I'll be doing the same. Enecuum is ENECUUM. Best to go and find that on something like CoinGecko, which is ENQ for Queen.
Yes.
And
exactly.
Mike Sayfullin, it's been an absolute pleasure to sit down with you, rack your brain a bit, understand a little bit more about who you are, the man driving both ENQ and ENEX. I really appreciate your time. We'll speak again in the future, and good luck with it, mate.
Yes, thank you, Craig. Thank you, and welcome to our family, and welcome on board of ENEX.
Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic day.
Thank you.
Speak to you very soon. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.